at all this wastage.
Let me start with a simple question. Where does the food waste from your last meal actually go? So in Malaysia, over 16,000 tons of food waste are generated daily, yet most of it ends up in landfills despite being highly reusable. Poor segregation and heavy landfill dependence lead to massive waste. As a result, food waste makes up over half of our solid waste, with only a small portion of it recycled. But this drives methane emissions and waste reliable sources that could support a circular economy. So the problem isn't just waste, it's wasted potential. This is where our solution comes in, turning waste into value through a scalable, traceable system.
Let's look at our key stakeholders. First, waste generators, like cafes, hotels, and universities. They're currently paying for disposal, but they have almost no visibility on where their waste goes. What if that same waste could be value instead? Second, the recovery ecosystem, logistics and processors. Right now, the system is fragmented and contamination is a big issue. So even recyclable and organic waste often gets rejected. Third, product buyers like farms and nurseries, they actually want organic inputs, but the supply is inconsistent and unreliable. From our team's research, we found 3 root problems: limited waste infrastructure, heavy reliance on landfills, and poor waste segregation at source. Now let's bring this to life. With WasteWise systems, that waste doesn't go to landfill. It enters our waste to value system. Here's how it works. First, upstream, collection. We collect source-separated organic waste from commercial partners and cluster them to reduce logistics cost. Next, midstream processing. That waste is sent to our modular facility where it's converted into compost and soil enhancers. Then downstream, sales and reporting. We sell these products to farms and landscapers, while also providing a digital dashboard that shows how much waste is diverted from landfills. So instead of paying to dispose waste, businesses now create value and track their ESG impact. Our value proposition is integration. We combine collection, processing, and ESG reporting into one seamless system. And importantly, we generate multiple revenue streams: service fees from waste collection, product sales from compost, and ESG reporting services. So the same waste creates value at every stage of the chain. In terms of customers, our suppliers are waste generators, our buyers are farms and nurseries, and our secondary clients are ESG-focused companies.
What makes our WWS system different lies in our 4 pillars. First, we focus on the high priority waste stream strategy, such as the fruit and vegetable waste and also the coffee grounded. This significantly reduces the contamination, improves the product quality, and it lowers the processing cost. The majority of funds, about 70%, is allocated to core setup, including the equipment, site and sortings, which forms the foundation of our operations, and around 20% is used for our operations. The remaining of 6% is allocated to support the function, and importantly, maintaining a cash reserve allows us to handle the delay payments and operational uncertainties, ensuring that we don't run over the lease. So overall, this structure keeps the business resilient and capable from the day one.
For our 5-year implementation roadmap, we plan to roll out our phase to reduce risk and scale responsibility. In year 1, we validate the pilot with high purity waste streams and 1 modular hub. In year 2, we stabilize operation and recurring contract. In year 3, we target control, scale, and break even. In year 4, we strengthen the product and enterprise partnership. And in year 5, we prepare replication into new urban clusters.
Alright, so moving on to our financials. In year 1, we project a revenue of RM 180,000, and this grows steadily to RM 1.5 million by year 5 as we scale our operation and onboard more clients. Now, in the first year, we do expect a loss of about RM 50,000, which is normal since we are still in the pilot phase and building our operation. However, by year 2, we reach break even, and from year 3 onwards, we start generating consistent profit. By year 5, our operating profit reaches RM 465,000, showing that the business becomes more stable and scalable over time. Looking at our key performance indicator, we can see strong growth across all areas. Customer retention improved from 70 to 90%, which reflects strong client satisfaction and recurring demand. Our number of active suppliers also increases steadily, showing that our network is expanding. More importantly, the amount of waste processes grows significantly, reaching 100 tons per month by year 5. Now moving on to our impact. Cycle Route is built not just to be profitable, but to create real environmental and social and economic value. From an environmental perspective, we directly reduce the amount of organic waste sent to landfills. This helps lower methane emissions and promote a circular use of organic materials. From a social perspective, we support local agriculture by providing organic inputs, while also creating a green jobs in waste recovery and encouraging businesses to adopt more sustainable practices. Economically, we create new value from waste, support small and medium enterprise such as farmer and nursery, and help businesses to reduce their waste disposal costs. In terms of measurable impact, during our short-term pilot phase in year 1 to year 2, we aim to divert between 80 to 200 tons of waste annually. This allows us to produce up to 50 tons compost and onboard around 5 to 10 business partners. As we scale in the long term, from year 3 to year 5, we project to divert up to 2,000 tons of waste per year, avoid up to 2,500 tons of carbon dioxide emissions, and work with up to 20 to 60 companies.
And so the main risks include supply inconsistency, contamination, logistic costs, high capex burden, late product demand, and price pressure. We mitigate this through anchor supplies contract, high purity waste streams, outsourced custom logistic, or model low capex setup, pre-secured B2B buyers, and premium ESG reporting that strengthens the retention and reduces price pressure.
So let me ask you, so what if waste wasn't waste, but value waiting to be unlocked? That is what WasteWise system does. We don't just collect waste, we transform it into revenue, data, and real ESG impact. With a lean model of 500,000, we turn clean waste into consistent products, measurable impact, and scalable growth. So the question is, are we gonna keep burying waste or start building value from it?